and there's a lot happening over here, guys. There's a lot happening, embarrassing, and I was like, Stephanie, this is bad. Disastrous and gigantic of a mess it become. Get your ass on that Peloton. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing great in this new month of March. So if you're new here, my name is Stephanie, and today's video is going to be, as you can tell from the title, a monthly reset. So I've never actually filmed one of these before, and I've kind of half-assed on my own, but I noticed that at the start of the year I did my vision board, I had my goals listed out, and then I didn't really act on them. I didn't really set like measurable goals or anything like that. And now here we are, March 1st, 2nd, and it's almost the end of Q1, and I've done nothing really that tangible. So I'm somebody that likes to write it down, have it someplace that I can refer to and be accountable. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna go on this monthly reset together. I'll show you guys my monthly goals, my budget, favorites, all kinds of things. We'll get into all that. Just wanted to intro first. And if you guys are new here, if this is your first time watching me, please come in and join the fam. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the things. And I'm sorry if the lighting kind of goes in and out. It's cloudy today, so some moments will be brighter than others, but I'll try my best. Okay, it's enough talk. Let's get into it. I use two things, Notion, and then I use a budget Google Sheets that I got off of Etsy, and I will walk you through it. So like I mentioned, this is my first time doing this, guys, so it's gonna be a little bit different as it evolves, but this is how we're gonna do it. Okay, so let's pop. This is in Notion, and I just got this template off of Etsy. And I'm sure if you're probably familiar with Notion, but I just wanted something that was already kind of pre-set, and I'm still gonna have to go in and tweak things, but I just wanted to get something out here, get something on the digital paper, so to speak. I was on somebody else's and I really liked it, putting in a quote of the month or some kind of like mantra, so to speak. So mine is gonna be, if the plan doesn't work, change the plan. Not the goal. Okay, so important dates. This one, I don't know if I'm gonna keep. I'm still playing with it, but I just at least wanted to put in some important dates. Going to a concert on Friday, actually, this Friday, and dog sitting. We are dog sitting my boyfriend's parents' dog for a few days, so I just wanted to make sure that was on the calendar. Don't know if I'll keep that, but it's on here. Okay, next thing is under content creation. And there's a lot happening over here, guys. There's a lot happening in content creation. So one of my big goals is to launch my UGC content. And UGC is user-generated content. It's something that I've really been interested in and wanting to learn more about. Just another different part of creativity that I'm kind of curious into tapping into. So the reason I said 30 days is because there is another girl on TikTok who is documenting her whole process, and there was another person on YouTube that was like 30 days to become a UGC creator, and I'm like, okay, I like a challenge, so that's what that is going to be. Number 2 is to get monetized on YouTube by the end of the month. To get monetized and be part of a YouTube partner program, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And I'm pretty close to the 4,000 watch hours. So I feel like, fingers crossed, that this could be the month. So that's my goal. It kind of goes inside with that, is to keep track of my subscriber count by the month. It's just something that I haven't done, and it's a small thing that I can do just to keep record of how I'm growing and how fast and all of that. Okay, also to post 5 to 6 videos this month, and this is video number 1 for March. January I posted 5, February I posted 4, so that's really like 1 video a week. I want to get to 2 videos a week, but I'm not going to hold myself to that just yet, so I'm thinking if I can push it to 5 to 6 days, then I think that'll work. One is get 1 sponsorship or a brand deal, and that actually might coincide with the UGC, but that's something I'm still trying to figure out and discover, but that's one of my goals. So hey, if you are a brand or sponsor that would like to jump in on this train, you know where to find me. Okay, so that's my content creation goals. And then under financial, I only have 1. It's really just to track my budget for the entire month. I mentioned before that I don't do a good job of tracking my budget. Like I know, like I have a list of my expenses, but then everything else, I'm like, I don't really kind of categorize things. So, and I've tried, like there's so many budgeting apps that I've tried and I've started and I liked, but then I kind of fell off. And so I'm just trying to come up with something that works. That's why there's just the one financial goal in here, is because I'm trying to figure out what's going to work the best for me. And we're going to try this budget template. I'm going to show you that in a minute, the one that I got off of Etsy, and see if I can make it work. So there's just the one. I didn't want to, if you look at this, there's kind of a lot of goals. So I just wanted to do one financial one and then just kind of see how I feel. Okay, under health and fitness is workout 3 times a week, which doesn't seem like a lot, but I used to be so good about being on my Peloton 4 times a week, even more. But then like kind of over the holidays, I fell off, and then I was like, okay, new year, I'm gonna start back up. I haven't really, so, and I'm like writing this down so I have to keep myself accountable. Like, Stephanie, get your ass on that Peloton. So minimum 3 times a week. And then to coincide with that, I want to do 2 to 3 of the Peloton challenges. If you're familiar with the Peloton challenges, and I'll show you like the screen grab here. They have different ones that you can just sign up for. The 3 that I've signed up for, or just like said I will do, are workout 10 plus days in a month, 5 strength workouts. So that is one thing I want to get done. One of my goals last year was to get back into roller skating. I used to love roller skating, guys. As a kid, that was like my favorite thing to do. And I just completely, it just stopped doing it because life. And now I really want to get back into it. And I bought a pair of skates last year, did not use them at all. And they're like the 4-wheel skates. And even though I grew up doing the inline skate, so I don't know. And then I just want to get back onto it, get good at it again. Because last time I was on a pair of skates, we were at like a roller disco-y party thing, and I literally ate. I like literally fell. It was so embarrassing. And I was like, Stephanie, this is bad. I just loved it so much, and I couldn't even believe that I was like not on it anymore. So that's something that I just want to do and get better at it, because I loved it so much. So that's why I just thought of that and put it on here. I know I'm talking really fast, but there's a lot to get through, and I don't want this video to be forever. Next thing will be to read 3 books this month and to keep track of it in my book tracker. Hold. So this is my book tracker. A friend of mine gave this to me for Christmas, and I love it because you get to obviously like actually write, and I don't like to keep track of my books digitally. For some reason, I like the pen and paper. So this is what this is, and I just want to keep track of all the books that I'm reading this year. One of my goals this year was to read 30 books. Last year I read 25, I think, and I'm like, I can easily step that up to 30. Got my latest book of the month book here, actually, The Writing Retreat. I'm a little bit behind on reading it, but I've got it right here. I'm keeping this with me at all times so I can make sure that I read it. The other one is to update our bedroom. So the bedroom is like one of the areas in my house that I just never really did up the way that I like it. Like, I focus a lot of time on the living room that you see behind me, just because we're in this space the most. So the living room is really where we put a lot of our attention. Like, also we just finished adding some shelving in our garage. So there's just certain parts of the house that I want to keep improving on, and the bedroom is in serious need of that. I have here we need a new mattress. Ours is on its last leg. Need a new mattress, bed frame. We have 2 nightstands that I like, but I also want to get like an additional table because we have a humidifier, and I don't want it like right on the nightstand, like right next to where we sleep. So that's why I'm needing like a side table, as well as just some like art and decor, like maybe a plant. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't know if I need to necessarily buy all of this in this month, but I want to actually have it all planned out. It's time to polish off my interior design skills and just like get it done, because I know it's not a huge room at all. Like, it's honestly kind of small. So I know that we can do it. So it's just a matter of like getting organized and accomplishing it. And you know what, maybe I'll do like a bedroom tour. It's not really related to any of the content, but maybe. Okay, and the last goal of mine is to implement a cleaning schedule. Like I mentioned, this is not a very big townhome. Like, it's like 1,300 square feet, but cleaning it is such a pain in the ass. And I want to like get a cleaner, and I'm like, not that it would be that expensive, but I just like mentally, I'm like, I don't want to pay for a cleaner. Like, I can clean. So we'll see. I want to just try to implement a cleaning schedule and just literally have like Monday, I clean these areas. Tuesdays, we clean these areas. And just to kind of keep that on running loop, because the more that we put it off, the more disastrous and gigantic of a mess it becomes. And it's not like messy, our house isn't messy, but there's just certain things that needs to be kept up and cleaned, especially when you have a dog. So challenging myself to implement a cleaning schedule and sticking to it. Before I get into the budget, I did also want to just include my monthly like highs and lows. Like I've seen people do this and I think it's a good way to reflect on the month. I don't really set like intentions necessarily for the month, but I do like to reflect back and think of like one really good thing or experience and like maybe one not so great experience. Let's start low, we'll work our way up to high. I would say one of the lows was that it's just been so cold this winter. This has been the coldest winter in 25 years. Like we've had so many like -degree days, and that really just kills my mood, kills my spirit. We've had issues with our furnace and the cold days. I have to just be grateful that I have a very nice home. I have a home. And that was just one of my lows, that the weather is really killing me and I cannot wait for spring. In terms of highs, I would say it was really fun socially, and by that I mean it was one of my best friends. It was her 30th birthday party and it was like a Bridgerton themed party, so that was really a good time. And then another friend slash neighbor of mine had a birthday party that was like wig themed. All these themes, but that was such a good time. So I just think it's been a really good month of just connecting with friends and being with the people that you love. I would say that was really my highest. Next thing I'm going to show you guys is the budget, and this one I think I'm going to do this a tad bit differently than I thought. I should have been more prepared. I'm going to go through and show you the budget template that I just got off Etsy. I almost don't want to fill this out yet. I still need to kind of learn how to use this first before I can actually fill it out. So I am going to fill this out, but then I think in my end of March, April reset, I will actually go through these categories and kind of break them down a little bit more and explain how the budgeting went and if it was successful or not, just because it's my first time using this template. So I'm going to try that. I guess my hesitation is that there's certain parts of this budget. It's hard when I like haven't really budgeted very well before to just immediately jump into this. So I guess it's a little bit intimidating. And I think what I need to do is figure out like what categories and expenses and bills do I actually want to put on here and like share with you guys, because this is probably the first time I'd be doing, this is the first time I'd be doing anything like that on my channel. And you know, people are crazy. So there's certain things I do want to share and don't want to share. So I think it's just a matter of figuring out what that is, and then I can come back and do that. So the last thing I want to include in these monthly reset videos will be my favorites, and they can be anything. Favorite book, favorite restaurant I ate at this month, favorite product, favorite show, favorite podcast. Since I'm not really reflecting and restarting on anything because I didn't do this last month, it'll be next month's video, but just something I wanted to, you know, throw in there that I'll include. In terms of favorite, I mean, I can kind of throw in terms of favorite books, I don't think I had one this last month. I read a couple that were just like, they were okay. Like they were bad, but they were okay. So nothing that really jumped out at me. Segment for next month. But yeah, I mean, this, as you guys can see, this is very real and raw, and it's not super polished yet, but it will get polished. So thank you guys for watching this monthly reset. It is only gonna get better, I promise. I'm gonna figure out how I want to present these, but I at least wanted to get something out there to you because I already feel so much better and so inspired to accomplish the goals that I went over with you guys. And I really hope this inspires you guys to do the same. Get it down on paper, get it somewhere that you can look at and keep yourself accountable, because I feel like these are the things that make us into the people that we want to be, if that makes sense. Yeah, with that, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the things. Leave me any fun questions. Let me know what you guys are resetting, what your goals are for this month. And with that, guys, I will see you in the next one.